Well, hello. I'm going to start a new series with you tonight. I'll probably highlight 1 to 3, depending on how they're connected or how they work together, supplements a month that Young Living offers. And it is sometimes maybe you don't even know all that Young Living has to offer and all the things. So if you have specific needs or specific conditions you'd like to assess or look at, or at least just, look at how you can supplement your life. Young Living has a lot of really great things. The primary source of what I'm going to be using is this supplement field guide. And it's by Dr. Ashley H. Cribb. It's really cool. It has a lot of really great information. And is one that I've been studying up on, along with, just other sources of material that you can find on the internet or that you find on Young Living's blog. Young Living has a really great blog. If you've never explored that, youngliving.com/blog. It's really awesome. So go check those things out. Also, there's a functionality on the Young Living's website that if you keep scrolling past the product information and just the basics, there's little spots. These are like new-ish to the website where it'll say learn more or additional information. And you can click on all these additional links that have YouTube videos sometimes or have recipes or whatever. Not all products have it, but a lot of them do. And it might even link to PubMed articles or things like that. So there's a lot of ways that you can find information, but also I know it can be sort of overwhelming. And so we're here to offer like a condensed version, as Courtney's been doing all this month on supplements specifically as well. But tonight I'm going to highlight Golden Turmeric. I don't have a slideshow. It's going to kind of be a mini class for you. And if you haven't tried the supplement, it's been around for a couple years now. But what was released with much fanfare, I'm going to just show you kind of like what it looks like. It's got this orange powder, and it comes in this size. The dosage is half a teaspoon. And so there's about 30. Most of Young Living supplements come in like a monthly dosage. So there's about 30 half teaspoons in this package. And it is just a really great daily additional thing to your life. But before we get too deep into Golden Turmeric specifically, which is the name of Young Living's powder here, we can talk about turmeric in general. It's a spice that has been used for centuries in traditional medicine for its anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. Turmeric is the spice that gives curry its yellow color. It's been used in India for thousands of years as both a spice and as a medicinal herb. Recently, science has started really backing up the claims that have been made about turmeric, the turmeric containing compound, for its medicinal purposes and how it can be used. The compounds most specific to turmeric that are good for us are curcuminoids. So curcumin is the active, the most important one is curcumin. Curcuminoids is a subject, and curcumin is one of them. So curcumin is a really, it's the main active ingredient in turmeric, and it has powerful anti-inflammatory effects and is a very strong antioxidant. Recent research and a good body of research, you can just simply Google this for yourself, just type in benefits of turmeric, and they're just like, go to any holistic doctor's website or go to any of the health food people that you like to follow, and people promote turmeric all the time. In fact, I've started adding, when I make my own bone broth, I'll add a couple of teaspoons of turmeric to that just for the added health benefits and a little bit of extra flavor to it as well. Just, because there's so much research and so much evidence supporting what it can do. It's widely known that curcumin has the ability to help reduce inflammation. It has been shown to have anti-inflammatory effects, so it can help reduce pain, inflammation, and conditions such as osteoarthritis and rheumatoid arthritis. So these are just what you'll find when you just Google benefits of curcumin or turmeric. You're going to find these anti-inflammatory properties, improving brain function. It helps memory and brain function, and helps even be preventative and helpful in, a lot of traveling the gut-brain axis, there is evidence to support that with gut inflammation, there also becomes brain inflammation, and then brain inflammation causes long-term disease further down the road. Any of the things around memory and brain disorders and things like that. The curcumin can be protective against that and can help. And you can kind of do a deep dive into exactly why and where and what, but just know that it's there to be protective against the same type of inflammation that we're talking about, just in general over your body. It will have the same benefits in your brain. Helping to prevent, age-related issues. So it's got a high antioxidant capability. Again, we talked about free radicals and we talked about Ninja Red, that those free radicals in your body have to be removed in some ways. And these antioxidants are what help bind to those free radicals and help your body get rid of them. So these antioxidants are very supportive of overall health. There's some evidence that it improves digestion and reduces, bloating, and may include, and also may help with the production of bile. And so that'll help breaking down fats, and it's fat soluble. Curcumin is fat soluble, well, not golden turmeric specifically, but curcumin in general, this of which golden turmeric is. It's fat soluble. So it's a really good thing to take with a fatty meal, because it will help break down those fats for you, and helping to relieve depression. And I'll talk a little bit more about this in later places, but some research suggests that curcumin may help to relieve the symptoms by increasing levels of certain brain chemicals such as serotonin and dopamine. So you can think about all of these aspects and think it's important. I mean, it's important to note that not all of these studies have been done in humans. Some of them have been done in animals and some of them have been done in the lab, but the body of evidence just continues to grow. And the research that's being done, even in human cases of treating specific diseases with curcumin and large doses of curcumin. So it's just a really powerhouse of a supplement, powerhouse of an herb that also has these medicinal properties. So now golden turmeric specifically, it is, Young Living's, it's them dipping their toe into the great benefits of these curcumin and these turmeric properties. What they add is boswellia resin and ginger. And both of those work synergistically to support the body's natural response to these kinds of activities. It supports the immune system. It supports the joints. It supports mobility. It supports recovery. All of these kinds of things that when we think about that big eye level inflammation, how can we support our body when we are dealing with these kinds of things? Turmeric is a really great solution for that, golden turmeric specifically. So it is 24 times, golden turmeric specifically is 24 times more bioavailable than standard turmeric extract. So your body absorbs the same amount of curcuminoids from just 300 milligrams of golden turmeric as it does from 1,926 milligrams of standard turmeric. And this is where when you combine these oils and these extracts and these the boswellia resin, all those things, the way that it allows the cells to access the goodness that these chemical constituents offer makes a little bit go a long way. And so that's one of the great benefits of the supplements Young Living has, is that by adding these additional things in the form of oils and resins and these other things, it makes it more accessible to the body. It contains prebiotics. Golden turmeric contains prebiotics to support healthy digestion and to help, again, with that gut-brain axis and help support the best possible health for that. And that is in the form of tapioca fiber. And so tapioca fiber is a prebiotic, which a prebiotic is the food that a probiotic eats. The probiotic are the good bacteria, the good bugs in our gut. And they need to eat too. And so these prebiotic fiber, this tapioca fiber is what does that. It is soy, milk, and gluten-free. It's vegan friendly and has no artificial flavors, colors, preservatives, or sweeteners, as we can expect. It does have stevia in it. So it's worth noting that like I added this to a slightly sweetened coffee already. And it was a little bit too sweet once I had done that because I totally forgot that it had the stevia in it. So just be aware of that. It's also got a slight mango rose flavor. It's got some spice to it. So if you're familiar with turmeric, you know that turmeric has a little bit of a hint of a spice and can be spicy. So that's what golden turmeric's flavor is, mango rose. So it is the boswellia extra. So it has a turmeric extract with the curcuma longa. Turmeric is known again for all, that's where we're getting the benefits of the curcuminoids. So you just need to know that it has that. I mean, it even says on here, standard, curcuminoids. And it has that boswellia resin, which has, its own great properties to support the body's overall immune system, to support the body's overall, ability to have high brain function and, its antioxidant properties, all of those things. It has ginger essential oil. It's, which is, we all know is a really great, that's in Digest. That's one that we could go to for gut support or digestive support. And it also has lime essential oil, which is high in limonene. Which is, again, another thing I'd encourage you to Google, benefits of limonene, the chemical constituent limonene. But it supports the overall immune system. It supports the overall lymphatic system. So that the addition of the lime essential oil is really beneficial too. What I want to talk about the way that this could help improve emotional health. So when we're experiencing chronic conditions of like pain or inflammation or, even on low levels, they can be exhausting, right? It can be discouraging. It can be physically exhausting. It can be emotionally exhausting. And this can occur from injury. It can occur from diet. It can occur from just chronic issues. And it's almost like thinking about it in terms of like little fires, just always burning, always aggravating, just low level annoyances, low level difficulties that make everything else feel that much louder and more difficult. So our emotions can follow suit by trying to put out the fires, pay attention over here, do this, and it's distracting, and we're not able to fully be present. We're not able to have bandwidth to respond in a way that we might want to, or even respond in any capacity other than, feeling sad all the time or feeling depressed by the condition we find ourselves in. So it's a really great supplement to help kind of curb the tide of some of these overall issues. And there's actually some research going on in modern science that is checking the, and kind of connecting the dots on the connection between inflammation and depression or even anxiety. Studies are showing that chronic stress is associated with increased inflammation, depression, negative emotions, attention changes, and even dampened immune responses. If we're under this stress that's causing inflammation, it's like we can't look at our bodies in these one little microcosms. We have to see the big picture. We have to understand how everything interacts and works together, and our emotions can't be removed from what's physically going on as well. So it's important that we're taking care of our mental health, our emotional health as well. And by doing small daily things that can help us or aid us if we know that we live a high stress life, or if we know that we're putting a physical toll on our bodies. Maybe you're an athlete who's working out a lot, and maybe you need to support your body's ability to heal well as you tear those muscles to build stronger ones. That would be an important thing to have as well. So it's great for golden turmeric would be a great choice for just about anyone, whether it's somebody who has chronic health needs, somebody who's feeling overwhelmed by the chronic nature of what they're facing, or an athlete or an exerciser or someone who's prone towards inflammation, or if you're just somebody who wants to do preventative work with those with high antioxidant values, and wanting to make sure you're keeping your head about you in a world that is bombarding you with ways to add stress and toxicity to your life. And you can think about that in any way, shape, or form. I'm talking about the processed food we eat, the fast food we eat, the food that we do eat that maybe isn't of the best quality, even if we are trying to eat healthy, the toxicity of the world, or the news being bombarded, social media, whatever you want to look at it. We need to offer our body in small iterative ways the ability to right the ship, to offer balance, to offer small little things that support our body's overall health, that support our body's overall normal healthy function. And that would be something that golden turmeric would really help with. Again, anyone looking for overall health, vitality, overall wellness support, golden turmeric is a great addition to your life. There's a few ways that people have recommended taking it. Some people have said it's really great to add to like a cup of a plant-based milk and have like a nighttime tea with a drop of cardamom in it. Or some people like to add it to their smoothies or their smoothie bowl. Some people like to add it to a shot of green juice that they've made. I like to add this with sulfurzyme to 2 ounces of Ninja Red and the sulfurzyme that I drink, and then maybe a drop or 2 of oil. And then I fill the rest with a Waterloo or your choice of seltzer water or bubble water or whatever, and make a 12-ounce drink out of, or 14 ounces when you add the Ninja Red, and make just a big drink. And it is just really refreshing. It's really tasty. It's really great. So this is water soluble. I can sometimes encounter that trying to stir it in isn't always, sometimes I'll get little clumps here and there, and those will be spicy in your mouth if you grab them. And that's fine. I don't mind them. It's not overwhelming or anything. But I have found really good success if you're having a hard time incorporating it. Like I'll use a mason jar and just screw a lid on and with some ice and shake it together with some Ninja Red. And then it just fully dissolves and has no problem from that point on. So, but some people have no problem stirring it or anything else like that. It would be a great addition to your nighttime tea. It would be a great addition to any tea. It doesn't have to just be your nighttime, but that stevia, and it will add a little bit of sweetness. The mango rose flavor is present, but not overwhelming. And so it would be great with any kind of hot tea. But I'm going to share in the comment section, I will share a link to some recipes that Young Living shared on their blog of how you might be able to incorporate this into your daily life. But again, let's look at, we'll talk about supplements, and, Courtney's been talking about supplements all month. And of course, like we don't want to be people who take like 100 supplements a day, right? Like that's obviously not what we're trying to point out to you. We want to educate you to make the best decision for your personal health goals, your personal wellness needs, and to know what might be the thing that you would want to incorporate into your life and why. Where are places that you need to bring balance to your life? Where, as we talk about these things or as you read these things, are areas that you feel like, gosh, I really could use some extra support in that, or I know my body is craving that or needs that. And I know I'm deficient in it because I know I, am not balancing that out as well as I could. So just take all of this information in, add things to your loyalty rewards order, so you're getting those percentage points back, and then that you can use for free. You can use to purchase free products and get all the things that you would want for free. I do want to show you real quick before we get started. Before I end it, I want to show you the thing I was talking about, where you can look at different things on the website. I just had to log in real quick. So let me share my screen and I'll show you what I mean. If you look here, so here's just the main website. There's your, don't forget about that maintenance. That's important to note. And if you look here, I'll just type in Golden Turmeric. Really, if I just type in golden, you see it's going to pop up. So here's some information that you can find about it. And as you scroll, and don't forget to do this. So look, do you see this blue flag? This PV flag means it's eligible to be purchased with loyalty points. So if you have been saving loyalty points, know that Golden Turmeric is something that you can use to do that. And here's all the information, the about, the directions, all of that. But if you keep scrolling, you're going to find this little more information. And that's where you can look at, here's the silo with a photo. These are all photos. Here's a YouTube video you can watch. Here's a product information page. So you can check things out that way too. You can, I want to show you, like, if I go to Sacred Frankincense, for example, and we scroll down to that, discover our research. So sometimes there'll be links to PubMed or Science Direct articles, different research articles that have been done. So you can do this. Some of these are newer additions. And here also, don't forget to keep scrolling. You can see where we get these, you get your Sacred Frankincense from Oman, and you can go look at these Young Living farms. You can see the extraction method. And then here's your more information tab. Look, here we go. A tale of two frankincense. We're going to go to a blog. This will jump to a blog article where you can learn about, or different art. It might be a blog article. It might be a YouTube about the two different types. What's the difference between Sacred Frankincense and frankincense? So don't forget all of the things that Young Living offers on your own website that you can look up and find more information about. Okay, I hope this has been a beneficial class. I hope that they'll be short and sweet and just give a little snippet of information about something that you might be interested in, or that you might be wanting to help a friend or a family member be interested in. So we will catch you next time.